I saw my people struggling with broken roads and dry fields, so I decided to turn our waste into wealth. With old tires and big dreams, we're building a stronger, greener Burkina Faso.
Imagine someone telling you that old, discarded tires, those worn-out, useless things you see piled up in junkyards, could be used to build strong, affordable and eco-friendly roads. Sounds like a joke, right? But in Burkina Faso, a small African nation, a visionary leader named Ibrahim Traoré is turning this seemingly crazy idea into reality. His project is not just an experiment, it's changing lives, transforming communities, and catching the attention of the entire world. From roads made of tires to solar-powered cities and artificial canals for farmers, Traoré's ideas are rewriting the story of Burkina Faso. So buckle up, because this is going to be an exciting journey through a country that's proving anything is possible with determination and creativity. In this video, we'll dive deep into how Ibrahim Traoré's innovative projects are reshaping Burkina Faso. We'll explore why he chose to use old tires for roads, how these roads are making life easier for people, and why engineers from around the world are studying this model. We'll also talk about his ambitious plans for artificial canals to help farmers and a solar-powered city that could change the future of the country. By the end, you'll see why Burkina Faso is becoming a beacon of hope for the world. Let's get started. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, has faced tough challenges for a long time. For years, the nation relied heavily on international loans to keep things running. But those loans came with a cost. They often left the country in debt, with little to show for it. The infrastructure, especially the roads, was in terrible shape. Many roads were unpaved, muddy paths that turned into rivers during the rainy season. In the dry season, they cracked and broke under the scorching sun. Traveling from one village to another was a nightmare. Ambulances, fire trucks and school buses often got stuck for hours, leaving people stranded. These bad roads didn't just make travel difficult. They affected every part of life. Farmers couldn't get their crops to markets. Children struggled to get to school. Emergency services couldn't reach people in need. In rural areas, entire communities felt cut off from the rest of the country. For a nation trying to grow and develop, this was a massive roadblock, pun intended. Ibrahim Traoré, a young and determined leader, saw these problems and refused to accept them as normal. He knew that Burkina Faso needed solutions that were affordable, long-lasting, and good for the environment. Importing expensive materials like bitumen or asphalt wasn't an option for a country already struggling with debt. Traoré wanted to find a way to use what Burkina Faso already had: local resources, local talent, and a lot of determination. That's when he came up with an idea so bold, so out of the box, that it's now inspiring the world. So what was Traoré's big idea? He decided to build roads using old discarded tires. Yes, you read that right. Tires, those same tires that pile up in landfills, get burned and release toxic smoke, or clog rivers and streams, causing pollution. In Burkina Faso, like many places, used tires were a big problem. They were everywhere, but no one knew what to do with them. Traoré saw an opportunity where others saw only waste. Here's how it works. Workers collect old tires from all over the country. These tires are cleaned and arranged in a neat pattern on the ground, like a giant puzzle. Then a special kind of cement mixture is poured over them. This cement sticks to the rubber perfectly, creating a strong, durable surface that can withstand both the heat of summer and the heavy rains of the wet season. The rubber in the tires adds flexibility, so the roads don't crack easily. They can even absorb shocks from earthquakes or heavy traffic. But why tires? For one, they're incredibly cheap. Instead of spending millions on imported materials, Burkina Faso is using something that's already there and free. The tire roads cost about 40% less than traditional roads, which is a huge saving for a country like Burkina Faso. Plus, tires are tough. They're designed to handle the weight of cars and trucks, so they're perfect for building roads that last. The tire roads aren't just cheap, they're smart. Rubber is a unique material. It's flexible so it can handle pressure without breaking. It's also great at absorbing shocks, which makes these roads more resistant to damage from heavy rains or earthquakes. In a country like Burkina Faso, where the weather can be extreme, this is a game changer. Another big win is the environmental impact. By using old tires, Traoré's project is cleaning up the country. Instead of burning tires and releasing toxic smoke or letting them pile up in rivers, Burkina Faso is turning them into something useful. This is recycling at its best. The tire roads are helping the environment while solving a practical problem. And the results? They're incredible. Small villages that were once cut off from cities are now connected. A trip that used to take 5 hours on a bumpy, dangerous road now takes just 1 hour on a smooth, tire-based road. Farmers can get their crops to market faster. Kids can get to school more easily. Ambulances and fire trucks can reach emergencies without getting stuck. These roads are changing lives in ways that are hard to imagine. One of the most exciting parts of this project is how it's helping the people of Burkina Faso. Traore didn't just want to build roads, he wanted to build opportunities. His tire road project has created thousands of jobs for young people and local workers. From collecting and cleaning tires to laying them out and pouring the cement, every step involves local labor. This means more money in the pockets of ordinary people and a chance for them to contribute to their country's progress. These jobs aren't just about earning a paycheck. They're giving people a sense of pride. For years, many in Burkina Faso felt like their country was stuck, unable to move forward because of poverty and debt. But now young people are working on a project that's making headlines around the world. They're not just building roads, they're building a brighter future for their nation. That's the kind of change that lifts spirits and inspires hope. What makes the Tire Road project so special is how it challenges the way we think about building things. In most countries, road construction means using expensive materials like asphalt or concrete, often imported from far away. These materials cost a lot of money and put pressure on a country's economy. But Traoré flipped the script. He looked at what Burkina Faso already had, old tires, and turned them into a resource. This approach is a lesson for the world. It shows that you don't need a big budget or fancy technology to solve big problems. Sometimes the best solutions are right in front of you, hidden in the things others call waste. By thinking creatively, Traoré is proving that even a small, resource-poor country can lead the way in innovation. Some local engineers have even suggested ways to make the tire roads even better. For example, they've proposed filling the gaps between tires with sand or special plastic materials to make the road stronger. This kind of teamwork between Traoré, local workers and engineers is what's driving the project forward. It's not just one man's idea, it's a movement. The Tire Road project is no longer just a Burkina Faso story, it's a global phenomenon. Engineers and leaders from other African countries like Mali, Niger and Chad have visited Burkina Faso to see the roads for themselves. They want to learn how to replicate this model in their own countries. Even European environmental groups are taking notice. They've called the Tire Roads an eco-road model and believe it could be used in low-traffic urban areas to reduce pollution. The world is watching because this project proves something powerful. Sustainable development doesn't have to be expensive. By using local materials and local talent, Burkina Faso is showing that you can build infrastructure that's good for people and the planet without breaking the bank. It's a model that could work anywhere, from small villages in Africa to big cities in Europe or Asia. While the tire roads are grabbing headlines, Traoré isn't stopping there. He's also tackling another big problem in Burkina Faso: water for farmers. In many parts of the country, farmers depend on rain to grow their crops. But the rains don't always come. When they fail, crops die, families go hungry, and farmers lose hope. For years, people prayed for rain, but prayers alone couldn't solve the problem. Traoré had a vision: artificial canals. These man-made waterways would bring water to dry areas, ensuring farmers have what they need to grow food all year round. The canals are designed to store rainwater and distribute it to fields, even during the dry season. This means farmers no longer have to rely on unpredictable weather. They can plant crops with confidence, knowing water is available. The canal project is more than just digging ditches. It's about transforming agriculture in Burkina Faso. With a steady water supply, farmers can grow more crops like wheat, rice, corn, vegetables, and fruits. This doesn't just mean more food for families, it means more crops to sell, which boosts the economy. Burkina Faso could even start exporting food to other countries, bringing in valuable foreign currency. The canals are also part of Traoré's bigger dream, making Burkina Faso self-sufficient. For too long, the country has relied on imported food and aid from other nations. But Traoré believes that Burkina Faso can feed itself. By giving farmers the tools they need, water, better roads, and access to markets, he's helping the country stand on its own 2 feet. This project is also creating jobs. Building and maintaining the canals requires workers, engineers, and planners. Just like the tire roads, the canal project is putting money in people's pockets and giving them a sense of purpose. It's a reminder that real progress comes from empowering people, not just handing out aid. If tire roads and artificial canals weren't enough, Traore has another bold plan: a solar-powered city. Imagine a city where every home, school, hospital, and factory runs on clean, renewable energy from the sun. No power lines, no expensive fuel, no heavy electricity bills. That's the vision behind Burkina Faso's solar city. In a country where many people still use firewood to cook or lanterns to study at night, this is a revolutionary idea. The solar city will have solar panels on every building, generating electricity for free. Solar-powered buses will replace polluting vehicles. Free Wi-Fi zones will connect young people to the world. Modern schools will teach kids about technology, preparing them for the future. This project isn't just about electricity, it's about hope. For years, Burkina Faso struggled with power shortages. Many homes had no electricity at all. But the solar city will change that. It will bring light to homes, power to businesses, and opportunities to young people. Like the tire roads and canals, the solar city is creating jobs from making solar panels to installing and maintaining them. The solar city is more than just a project for Burkina Faso. It's a model for the world. It shows that even a small, developing nation can lead the way in clean energy. By relying on the sun, Burkina Faso is reducing its dependence on fossil fuels and protecting the environment. It's also saving money that would have been spent on imported oil or gas. Other countries are starting to take notice. The solar city could inspire similar projects in Africa and beyond. It's proof that sustainable development is possible, even in places with limited resources. Traoré's vision is showing the world that progress doesn't always require big budgets, just big ideas. At the heart of all these projects is Ibrahim Traoré, a leader who's not afraid to think differently. When he took charge, he didn't want to be just another politician making promises. He wanted to be a leader who gets things done. Traoré understands the struggles of ordinary people because he's connected to them. He knows that real change starts at the grassroots level, with solutions that work for everyone. Traoré's projects, tire roads, artificial canals, and the solar city are all about using local resources and local talent. He's not waiting for handouts from other countries. Instead, he's showing the world that Burkina Faso has the strength and creativity to solve its own problems. His leadership is inspiring not just his own people, but also leaders and communities around the globe. Burkina Faso's story is a reminder that change is possible, no matter how big the challenges are. A country that was once overlooked on the world stage is now leading the way in innovation importance. By focusing on local resources, sustainability, and community empowerment, Traoré has turned Burkina Faso into a global example of what's possible. If you're inspired by this story, share it with others. Let's spread the word about how one man's vision is changing a nation and maybe the world. What's your favorite part of Ibrahim Traoré's projects? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to follow for more stories of hope and innovation.